Hey guys, this is Sam. Today I'm going to show you how to use Cricut's infusible ink to make coasters. And so just real quickly, I'm going to show you how to make two simple designs. I've made some here, but I'm going to start from scratch so that you can see how it's done. So this is the Cricut design space. I'm going to go into new. And I bought coasters that are specifically Cricut and made for the infusible ink. And so I know that based on the package and if I measure them, they're 3.6 inches. So what I'm going to do is insert a circle shape and make it that same size. Okay, so this is the size of the coaster, so I know what I'm working with. And I'm going to make two coasters for us to make. So just going to insert two. And really, I can just copy that too. Okay, so the first one I want to make just like a simple pattern. I could do this myself and make the pattern out of shapes and alter and edit it. But what I'm going to do is just look for a pattern that's already in Cricut's system. So I'm going to go to Images. And I'm going to search flower pattern. And I like this one, so I'm going to insert it. I'm going to put it on this first one. Make it about the same size. Make sure it covers the whole thing, and it does. And now what I need to do is, I don't need this extra that's hanging off of the circle. And I want my vinyl to be in the shape of this kind of like star. And then I want my coaster just to show through these little octagons. So I'm going to highlight these two layers. And with two layers, I'm allowed to slice. Any more than that, it won't let me. But I'll show you what slicing does. You get lots of results. See, I don't want this outside part showing, so I'm going to hide it by clicking the eyeball. And then this is how I want the Cricut to cut the vinyl, because I want my coaster, the white coaster, to show up in these spots, so this is perfect. Okay, so this is what the Cricut's going to cut for me. And then for this one, I'm just going to do kind of like a simple text and maybe like a little image included. And so let me go ahead and insert a text box. I'm going to say books. Books are my fave. And not really loving the font, so I'm going to change that. And I'm going to go to System because I know that all of those are free and don't cost, since I do not pay for a subscription. Just going to play around with it for a moment, pick my font. And if you ever don't like the font that's available, you can go to this site called dafont.com, DAFONT.com, and you can download font. And then when you refresh your Cricut design space, it'll have that new font in there. Closer. Okay, I like this font. I don't like how it's spaced though. So what I'm going to do, I want it to look more cursive and not spread out like this. So I'm going to just fix the letter space. And that looks pretty good. I also want to align it in the center. Perfect. And then I also want to make sure that it's centered correctly. So I am going to align these two horizontally and vertically. And now again, I do need to slice. And I want my vinyl to take up most of the circle. I want the books are my fave to be the cutout portion. So slice. And then I'm going to go up to my slice results. And there we go. Okay, so my 2 coasters are ready to make. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and in case you want to find it, I'm going to save it as MFPL coasters times 2. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same vinyl for both, and I already have my vinyl on my light grip board. And I want to make sure that I mirror it. Mirroring is really important because otherwise your text will be backwards whenever you put it on the coaster. So I did mirror. I'm going to continue. I usually leave my dial on the Cricut on custom, and then on here I'll do infusible ink transfer sheet. I already have my tools loaded, so now I'm just going to load the mat. And go.